Hi guys, somehow the last podcast episode has turned into a therapy session, but I hope that you guys have been really interested in the topic and also enjoy the conversation that we have so far. This episode, we're going to continue to talk about the tension between the two genders and what happens when the roles are switched, what is stopping me from submitting, and does the person that I submit to have some certain qualifications in order for me to submit. So I hope that you're keeping those questions in mind. We'll come back again when you're ready. In 3, 2, 1.
Not because spiritually we are so righteous that we tell our husband, you're not submitting, sorry, I cannot submit to you, I have to submit to God as my higher authority. I don't think so. We still respect, we still consider the feeling and the situation they are in and seek their support and approval for you to take the lead. Of course, we hope it will not be too long, but sometimes it's your lifetime. And sometimes some husbands are happy with that position because they are not growing much, but they also know the goodness of having a spiritual unity in the family, and they give you that responsibility. But that doesn't mean they are giving away their leadership in many areas of life. That's why in our country, there's a lot of female pastors. When their husband is just a member, not even participate in the leadership in the church, they just attend church, drive the wife, when they finish work, they come and pick them up. I think there are still room for that kind of a relationship if you understand submission. So once you're woman, you serve the Lord, you do whatever you want. When you go back home, you take your position as a wife. You don't come back home, I'm a pastor, okay? In church, you listen to my preaching. And at home, you must, I'm the pastor telling you, no, you come back to take your position. So all of us have our position. So it's an attitude of wanting to respect and honor the person. And that is submission.
I agree with that. So we need to learn how we submit to our husband in the future, especially all the ladies here single.
Correct. Before you get married, you must have that kind of mindset.
Actually what you say, that I totally agree with that, because I have experience about some of my friends, the couple that the wife a little bit strong in personality, and then everything she want to do in perfect way, in her way. When the husband went to help, and then she also refuse, kind of oh, you cannot make it good, and then lower standard what she expect. But I think that's from this lesson we also learn that you need to step back in the role of the wife, to support for the husband, to take the role of the husband, the man in the house. So they have their own accountability in terms of spiritual life, in terms of taking care of their family and the children. Submit is an amazing commandment of God for the marriage.
It's a safeguard. God is so wise. God knew that the society is going to go that way. That's why submission become a dirty word. But it's to have a healthy family, have a healthy next generation. We cannot take this word away. It's a foundation of every marriage.
Amen.
And also want to remind ourselves that our submission not just to the husband, it's a mutual respect. Mutual. Husband also have to submit to one another, because the Bible also said, we all submit to one another. So if I can submit to my pastor, if I can submit to my boss, and I come home, I cannot listen to what my wife have to say, then you misunderstood the word submission. Which means I work in church, I'm not the top leadership, so I have to submit. There's no choice. But come home, I am the leader, so it's your turn to submit to me. Then we miss the whole understanding. It's not. It's the whole attitude of consider others as important in my life.
I think there's toxic femininity and also toxic masculinity. So like in a worldly perspective, sometimes they think that men cannot show their weakness. If they want to be masculine, if they want to take on leadership, it means that they have to stay cold and they cannot show their emotions. But then in the Bible it says Jesus wept. He's God and he is a man too, but he chose to like show his emotion, to express what he feels. Yeah. What do you think about that? If someone told you that men cannot show their weakness, what would be your response?
I think in order for men to really show their emotion and especially their weakness requires a lot of courage.
Yes.
Because it's not easy for men to do so. So I don't think that's something that they should be ashamed of.
You think modern day women, because we all believe in that, men should take initiative to protect, to provide, to be there, to lead. But if our spouses or our spouse did not portray that image, does it make submission a little bit more difficult?
To be honest, yes.
Yeah.
That's
Why?
true. Like I think somehow when we think of submission, we always have the idea that that person need to be able to like protect us. They need to be better than us. So it's easier to.
Poor husband. That's why after marriage, all our idea of a husband suddenly ding. That's why my goddaughter came 2 weeks ago, and the husband told me that my husband said that each day my grading go down. They just got married about two and a half months ago. So they were distant relationship, and now finally she went to Malaysia to stay with him right after the wedding. Yeah, every day her grading have gone down. When you stay together, you are exposing your weakness. Yeah, so both, not just the man and woman, So the man also have to think of, I thought Esther is so beautiful and so wise. When he removed all her makeup, everything, actually this is who she was. Who you are. It's the same thing. Husband, wow, in outside my husband take leadership, my husband is so wise, everything so mature. But after marriage, he come down to his normal understanding. I think that is where you have to be prepared. Marriage show you the reality of each person. To my understanding, if my husband cannot show his weakest point, his weakest phase of his life to the wife, I'll be worried because he will show this to another woman.
Yes.
So normally they will look for opposite gender to find that comfort in their lowest point. So to me, as I must be the one that know his worst, his ugliest part of him, and still able to submit and respect him. Then I'll keep the relationship very safe. If my husband cannot accept my worst, I will go out and look for someone to identify with me and accept me. So acceptance have to begin in a marriage relationship, but it always start after marriage.
Yeah. Because we just want to show our best, our beauty to our partners.
Yeah.
That's why like when we really come together as a family, and then we will see the truth in every about like personal thing, about habits, about all kind of like wow, he's like this, see like that. Yeah, we need to accept bad and good in the person because we understand that we are not perfect. Only Christ Jesus.
Yeah.
So
Marrying
we need to
imperfect
learn from each other. We need to help each other to build up, to grow in terms of spiritual life, in terms of like normal activity, or kind of like inside the house, what we need to help the husband, or the husband need to help the wife. That's not your work, or that's not my work, or something, but we come together, we support together. Yeah.
Some Christians even say that marriage is a sanctification process.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of you dying to yourself every day.
That is why when I was young, We don't understand that we prefer a married man. Do you know the conversation among the young people, among the young girls? They say, oh, if I want to have a boyfriend, I prefer someone that have experience, have gone through marriage and that. Then now, when I grow old, I understand why, because they have gone through, so they understand better than a young man that have never been a husband before. So they knew how to handle emotion, handle each other better. So marriage is a sanctification, that is definitely, and is all the way. Not just 5 years later you are sanctified already. No. Who like how come we go into marriage topic? We're supposed to focus on Esther.
I hope that you're having a fun time with us and you've been laughing all the way long. Are you ready to be sanctified? I hope that we're not spinning off too much too, because the topic is supposed to be Esther, but we've been talking about other topics as well. So today God is giving me a Bible verse from 1 Corinthians 10 verse 31. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do all to the glory of God. This I have question too, like what does it mean to give God the glory? And I'm also doing some reflection on myself too, is everything I'm doing bringing God's glory, or is it just fulfilling my own flesh, my own desires? So I hope that this Bible verse is going to provide you guidance of what to do to give God the glory to. Better start now than having nothing, right? Now it's time to say goodbye, and we hope to see you back soon. Bye bye.